Welcome everyone. My name's James Folino and I'm here to bring you another edition of the Gold Coast property auction and sales results. This week we'll be covering the week of Monday the 25th of October up until Sunday the 31st of October. Like we do every week, I'll start off and we'll go through some of the auction and sales results and clearance rates, and then we'll go into some of the properties. First lower priced, and secondly we'll go into some of the higher priced properties. So like we do every week, I'll share my screen and let's have a look at some of these results. Okay, let's have a look. Has that come up on the screen? Here we go. So here's a bit of a snapshot from realestate.com just in relation to the clearance rates of the states. As you can see, it's still very strong across Australia. There has been a little bit of literature saying that the steam is coming out of the market. When we look at the statistics, and the most recent being the weekend just gone, you can see that the sting hasn't come out of the market and it's still very strong. Victoria clearance rate right up at 89%, same with New South Wales, and Queensland very strong in the 80s as well. We'll go into those Queensland results and we'll have a look. As you can see, there was, if we just have a look on the right side of the screen, there was 433 scheduled auctions, of which we've got results for 164. 136 was sold at auction, 2 prior to and 2 properties withdrawn, and that gave Queensland the clearance rate of 84%. The main thing that we're going to look at for Queensland is, again, is the non-auction sales, that being at 626, giving Queensland about just over 1,750 property sales for the week, which is at the moment now Victoria and New South Wales have kicked right back up. Both of them to sales volume was around 2,500. So they're getting back to the heights that they used to be at. And Queensland is definitely in third place for volume. A couple of reports in different newspapers have been saying that there's been a lot more properties passed in. That's not the case. If you have a look at the auction results available for Victoria, there was over 1,000 auctions for the week. So with that kind of volume, you may see a couple of more passed in, but probably not something that you'd write an article on. So let's go into it. Let's go, we'll start with the cheaper properties. This is the first one I'd like to show you. This is at 29 Alcott Court in Parkwood. This was on 900 square metres of land, so very big block. It's a very original home, 4-bed, 2-bath with 4-car accommodation. Parkwood's a great suburb, up-and-coming suburb, not too far from the water. And this one here sold for the price of $700,000. The next one we're going to look at, we're going to head a bit closer to the water. We're going to have a look at this property here in Labrador. This was at 26A Jimmison Avenue in Labrador. It was on a large block of land, 759 square metres. It was a 3-bed, 1-bath with accommodation for 4 cars. So it had a lovely, even more cars than that, had a lovely big shed and garage to the front of the property. Could do with a renovation. And this was in that lovely Churn Park area. And this one here sold great buying for 759 square metres. It sold at $705,000. The next one we're going to move on to is this one here. This was at 11 Paneshay Street in Mollendina. This was a 3-bed, 2-bath with 2-car home. Again, lovely updated home on the inside, so ready to move into. Beautiful kitchen, lovely wooden floors, bathroom to match. This one here, 634 square metres of land. And this one here sold great price as well, $682,000. As you can see from the aerial, even room for a pool. We'll move along. We're going to head to Southport. This was at 246 Nerang Road, Southport. It was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home, brick veneer, very original on the inside. It is a main road, and the property next door has converted itself into a commercial premises. So potentially the person purchasing this would do a similar thing. This one sold $730,000. We're going to move along. I think it's this one here that we've got in, let's have a look, make sure I've got the right home here. This was at 12 Knight Crescent in Nerang. This one here was a brick veneer home, 742 square metres, 3-bed, 2-bath with double garage. Lovely home in Nerang. And this one sold $720,000. The next one we're going to look at is this one. This was on a very small block in Ormo. The block size was only 435 square metres. It was just a smallish 2-bedroom, 1-bath with 2-car accommodation home. Again, very neat on the inside. Don't have to do too much of this. Could be rented straight away. And this home, as you can see, there it is from the pictures, potentially with the garage on the roofline, you could potentially put a 3rd bedroom into this home. And this one here sold Great Brine, under 500,000, 457,500. So really good buy in there. Next one we're going to look at is in a suburb. We've spent a lot of time there. This is in Kumbaba. This was at 33 Leonardo Circuit. It was a brick and tile home, 3-bed, 1-bath with single garage with a car space out the front, very close to Harbour Town and not too far from Paradise Point and the Broadwater there. And this one here in Kumbaba sold 585,000. We're going to move just a little bit further south. You can see from this little cursor here, that's where the property location is. So we're not far from the Broadwater at all. And just up a little bit further north, you've got Harbour Town. This was and 50 metres to the creek. So you're 50 metres to this creek as well. This is a tenanted home. This was at 5 Collier Avenue in Burly Waters. This was a 3-bed, 1-bath with car accommodation for a few cars there, 2 or 3. This one, not many photos on the inside. I think it sold fairly quickly. 750,000 was the sale price. We're going to move along to Ashmore. We've got a lovely brick veneer family home, single garage, large driveway. This was on 649 square metres of land. This home here, brick and tile, in need of a renovation. It's still livable, but it could do with an update. And this one here in Ashmore, 19 Canterbury Chase. This one sold at 720,000. The last one that we're going to look at in the lower price range is this one here, larger style home. This was at 2 Ree Court in Nerang. It was on 773 square metres. So large block of land, does have a swimming pool. And this home has been split. So this home has been split. It does have 2 kitchens. It's got 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. So it can really accommodate 2 families. You can see from that floor plan, you've got a kitchen down towards the front, and then you've got another kitchen area with some bedrooms there. So it could definitely be split into a 2-income property. And this one sold 715,000. We're going to move along. We're going to go up to some higher priced properties now. We've got this lovely one here. This was in Hope Island. This was at 7 Rhodium Crescent. This was a large home, grand home. Nobody corporate on this one. Lovely swimming pool, really well done on the inside, ready to move into. 5-bed, 2-bath with accommodation for 4 cars. As you can see, they've done a lovely job with this home. This one here sold 1.365 million. We're going to move to Southport, and we've found this one. This was a great property. This was actually sold prior to the auction. This was at 5 Cape Court in Southport. It was a 1920s Queenslander, fully renovated. Does have a solar on the home as well. As you can see, it's got all the original features, but it's been really well maintained or really well renovated for that. 3-bed, 2-bath, accommodation for 2 cars. And this one here sold for 1,120,000. The next one that we're going to look at is in Runaway Bay. It's probably one of the cheaper homes that you'll find in Runaway Bay. It was a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage home. It was on a small block of 300, just over 300 square metres. So potentially this home was more house than land. And this one here, good buying for Runaway Bay, $776,000. We're going to move along. We found this one here. This was at, let's have a look, Helensvale. We've got this large home here. This was at 59 Latrobe Avenue in Helensvale. It was on a large block of land. So the land size here was 700 square metres. Again, ready to move into, not too much to do on this home. It was 2-story, it was updated, and this one sold for 850,000. Next one we're going to look at, we've got a waterfront home in Holywell. This was at 343 Bayview Street. It was on 725 square metres. As you can see, another home that's been really well maintained. I think it was owned in the same family for 20 years. It's got a large pontoon, and you can probably see that boat in the background. This pontoon does accommodate a boat up to 50-footer. This was a 4-bed, 3-bath accommodation for 5 cars. It's got solar, it's got rainwater tanks, and it's got a swimming pool. And this home here sold $1.85 million. We've got another waterfront home next, a little bit further south in Burly Waters. This was a 6-bed, 4-bath, 2-car home. So again, really substantial home, really good for the dual family or having dependents living with you. It was on the water. It also had a swimming pool. And this one here sold $1.655 million. We're going to move to Middle Gold Coast now. We're going to move to Mermaid Waters. It's another waterfront home, so we're sticking with the waterfronts for now. This was at 28 Driver Court in Mermaid Waters. Waterfront, this home was renovated. It has a swimming pool. It was double-story, and nothing to do for the purchasers other than really enjoy what it is. And this one here sold for $2.23 million, large block, 784 square meters. We're going to move a little bit further south to Miami and a little bit closer to the water. So we've got this home here. So you're walking distance to Miami Beach there. This is at 5 Evandale Circuit. This home with a pool also had a granny flat to the rear. It's been renovated so you can have the dual income, live in the front, rent out the back. 4-bed, 2-bath, 4-car home, or the main house or the main residence 3-bedroom with the rear potential rental being 1-bedroom. And this one here in Miami sold at $1.6 million. A few more to get through. We're going to go back to Mermaid Waters. We've got this lovely home here at 23 Bowline Road. This was a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home, lovely pool. It's already been renovated, double carport out the front. Again, for anyone just wanting to move in, here it is, 20 square home. And this one here in Mermaid Waters sold for $1.8 million. We're going to move just a little bit further in from Mermaid. We've got a suburb called Clear Island Waters, and we've got this substantial home. So the last one was 20 squares. This one's 42 squares, so double the size. It's double story, it's brick veneer, it's got a lovely swimming pool. It's on a nice large block of just under 700 square meters. It was a 5-bed, 3-bath, 2-car accommodation home. And like I said, 42 squares on the inside. And this one here at number 3 Sanibel Crescent in in Clear Island Waters sold $1.5 million. We're going to move south now. We're going to head to Palm Beach. We're going to look at this home here at 61 Tahiti Avenue. This was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home. This was 800 meters to the beach. The home's been updated. You've got a little creek or a little area that you can access that little waterway at the rear. And this one here in Palm Beach, good buying for Palm Beach for a house ready to move into, $1.5 million. Palm Beach, they're already paying up to 1.2s, 1.3s just for blocks and for knockdowns. So for something ready to move into, 1.5 is good buying. We're going to look at this one also in Palm Beach. This was at 27 Laguna Avenue, Palm Beach. This was a 506 square meter block, zone Res B. So it does have development potential, 17 meter frontage. So anyone wanting to put a duplex, it's 2 side by side. You could have a nice frontage on either of them. This was a double-story home, brick home, tenanted currently at $590, but with an appraisal of around the $750, $800 now. And this home here at 27 Laguna sold $1.335 million. So good buying there in Palm Beach as well. We're going to move a little bit further inland, Reedy Creek. So just behind Rabina, we've got this one at 15 York Crescent. It's got a lovely saltwater pool with waterfall. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home. Again, 712 square meters. As you can see, don't really need to do a thing. Just move into it and enjoy it. And this one here in Reedy Creek sold $1.275 million. So the prices just a little bit out are really starting to rise, which only means that the beachside suburbs are going to keep going up more. Last one, or this one that we're going to look at, this is Burly Waters. We've got this one here at 33 Honeyeater Drive. As you can see, lovely corner block, 667 square meters. If we look at this, the block is just this block here that you can see the edge of, and you'll have views of the waterways here. There's a couple of trees there, but you've got this lovely parkland as well. So this one here in Burly Waters, again, lovely cathedral ceiling, renovated home. They've done a great job on it. And this one here sold 1.385 million. We're just going to look at some farms. So something that I really haven't done, but we're going to do a bit more of in the future, is we're going to look at some acreage properties. First one that we've got is this one. This is at 30 to 32 Kismet Court in Yatala. This was just over an acre, or just over 5,000 square meters. Again, you can see huge garage on this property. This property also was a 30 square home, big shed, 4-bedroom, substantial home with land to match. And this one here, as you can see it there in the pictures, very palatial kind of home. This one sold 1.3 million with land and home. So great buying there. The next farm or farmland or larger block that we're going to look at is this one. This was at 32 to 34 Bateke, Bateke, so Bateke Road in Tamborine Mountain. It was just over an acre. Plenty of fruit trees, established fruit trees and macadamia trees on the property. It also had 60,000 litres of water. It was on just over an acre. This was a 4-bed, 2-bath with accommodation for 4 cars. As you can see, really well maintained and updated on the inside. You've got plenty of land to match. And this one here in Tamborine Mountain sold just over $1 million at $1,030,000 on this one. So great buying there as well. We're going to move along to Eleonora. We've got this one. I don't have a floor plan on it, but this was at 45 Simpsons Road in Eleonora. It was a 6-bed, 4-bath, 4-car home, just under an acre, so 3,600 or so square meters, I think, from memory. Lovely swimming pool. Also has a tennis court on this home as well. Very hard to find pool and court these days. This one here in Eleonora at 45 Simpson sold 1.84 million. The last home that we're going to look at is this one here at 20 Thursday Drive in the Tulabudgera Valley. This was on 2 acres. So again, bigger block, 8,000 square meters. Again, lovely, well-maintained home on it. It's renovated. And it was on, it says that it had 56 squares of living, so huge home on the inside. And this one here in the Tulabudgera Valley sold for 1.24 million. So great buying there. Last couple that we're going to look at is just a couple of blocks of units. This was in Narang. This was at 18 Eden Court. So as you can see, you had the main house, and then you had these 1, 2, 3, and 4 dwellings. The townhouses were very similar in design. So they were all 3-bedroom townhouses. And then you had the large palatial home in the middle. This was on just under an acre. As you can see, lovely pool. Main home was really well maintained and renovated. And then you've got the 4 newish townhouses that you can derive in rental income from. This property sold for 2.5 million. So 2.5 million, you've got a substantial main home, big block of land, and then you've got 4 incomes to go with that home. If we look back at this home, we can see that it was sold for 746 in 2015 prior to the townhouses being built. So if you factor in the price of the home, the build of 4 townhouses and what it sold for now, the purchaser did quite well with the buying on this home. The last one that we're going to look at for today is this one here at 18 Leonard Avenue in Surfers Paradise. This was on a block of 508 square meters. It had 3 2-bedroom units on the property. Definitely this would have been bought by a developer and with plans to develop this in the future. This one here was sold, really good buying for a block of land in Surfers Paradise. This sold 1.3 million. So that's the properties for this week. I hope you've enjoyed listening. If you need any assistance with your property purchasing, please don't hesitate to give me a call. And until next week, good luck with your searching, and I'll see you then. Have a great one. Take care.